Okay, dude, so I'm gonna show you a few things that I noticed in your code here. So I just downloaded it, ran it in the emulator to see what was going on. You had that fatal exception or whatever. So what I did is I opened it up here and I just went in and I clicked add insert dummy data, and this came up. And then I noticed down here I have this red cannot parse integer value for 5 at key quantity, cannot parse integer value for $10 at key price. So got thinking what's going on. So I look here at your insert product method, which is what's being called when you click the insert dummy data. And I noticed you have all strings. And so over in your DB helper here, you're making the quantity is an integer, phone number is an integer, price is text. So over here, this should not be a string. Your issue here is you have a dollar sign. Let's see here. Well, no, because that's price was text, I believe, right? Was there? Yeah, it was text. And your phone number here is an integer. Now, your phone number, you don't want that to be an integer. You want it to be either a real or numeric, because integers will not go high enough to cover the amount of digits that are in the phone number. So you need to make that a real or a numeric. And then inside of Java, you need to make that a double or a long. Actually, you should make it a long. It's not going to have um, decimals. So you're going to want to make that a long. So if I go in here, let's see if I clear this out again. If I insert another piece of dummy data, yeah, we get the same thing. Okay, so what that's doing is it's going to the content resolver, insert. So that is in the product provider. Find insert, URI, content values. So we are going to go into insert product. And so it's trying to add in strings where it should be an integer. So let's see, name, the quantity. So you're trying to go into quantity column, which should be an integer, but you're passing in a string. So you need to take care of your database methods, the way you're handling this, sending the data in. So that's why you're crashing. So keep that a text. This is fine to be an integer. But if you want to do decimals, like say 1099, then you're going to want to make it double in the Java. And it'll need to be a real here. So instead of an integer. So then we've got text, text, then integer. And again, this needs to be either a real or a numeric. I think I made mine a numeric type. And then you also want to give these a default. So quantity, you shouldn't leave quantity null. It should be not null, and it should just be set to 0 by default. And let me actually open up my inventory project real quick here and take a look at. Yeah, so this is my project. So I did integer not null I did a comic book store. So for quantity, I did integer, not null, default 0. Um, that's you should definitely instantiate it with a 0, because if you try to do any type of addition, plus, minus, or whatever, and you don't remember to check if there's a value, you're going to crash. And so if there's always a 0, it's always got a value, and that's one less thing you have to worry about. So yeah, that's what I can see off the top of my head that I think that would causing you to crash. And let me go in here and I'll try to insert the quantity 10, this 20, flyer, phone number 555 555 1 2 3 4. Then the buttons are really tiny. I'm not sure which one does which. What is this? Okay, so that was the ad. You're gonna want to make those buttons a little bigger, dude. Can't tell what they are, but it added it. It didn't crash. If I click on it, then it crashes. That crashes to inventory editor activity on create Java at line 68. Okay, so get loader manager, product loader. That goes to you don't have. Okay, so your inventory app here is not extending. So you need to implement loader manager callbacks, cursor, and you need to put in the methods for that like you have in your catalog activity, the on create loader, on finish loader, on reset loader. So that's why that activity is crashing. So I hope this was useful. And if you're still having problems, let me know.